And let's go to the Recurve men bronze medal match. We have Jean-Charles Valladont against Lucas Daniel, France against France. Two archers that know each other very well. And here we are with Stefan Hansen from Denmark commenting with us and helping us to go through these matches. Stefan, who just won the gold medal match and fresh from the finals, came running to the position, even with his arrows in the hand. Got me a bit scared at the beginning, but he seems that he's coming in peace. Thank you, Stefan, for being here, and let's enjoy this Recurve bronze medal match. We see the field of play of final that's been installed here with the Moroccan carpet to try to give a bit of taste where we are in the Stade de Marrakesh, in this Big Ten 60 by 40, which is now already a classic venue for this indoor World Cup. And Charles starting with his particular way to throw the bow. Nice timing, nice release.
Good to start like that. Then he knows the side is good.
We were talking before about experience, and Jean-Charles has a lot of experience.
Yeah, I think he was just in the World Cup final, in the gold final, maybe even.
Yes, in
Lost
Mexico.
to the
Yes,
Spanish guy.
Yes, just 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago was recent. We just finished the outdoor season in October, and here we're November in the first stage of the indoor World Cup. Touch in line, I think. The spotter has say a 9, but as we mentioned before, the angle of the spotter is not the best one. It's about 45 to 50 degrees in an angle, and sometimes when the arrow are between the line and the scope, it's hard to call. Everyone like Jean-Charles' expansion. You can really see that the effort is going through the target, no direction left or right, up and down. And drawing of Daniel is also a little bit down to up.
Typical French style now.
Yes. It's becoming, it's becoming a brand.
Yeah,
branding it.
That's the way they shoot it.
One of the reasons that coach explained to do that is to try to put the scapula in the right position to be more powerful and strong. When you go for an up and down, your scapula is coming in the same direction, and sometimes get in a situation that you don't feel so strong as when you go up to down. It's how they explain it. Some archers has not experienced this feeling, some does. It's let's say a school that the French coaches some of the French coaches are teaching, and we can see some of the top archers doing it. What I always have liked and admire in the French archers is they like the continuous expansion.
Yeah, it looks really strong.
They just keep going, they go through the shot until it release. There's no stopping, there's not fixing and then trying to start again. They just keep going at full motion, in different speed of course, but motion all the time. From the old times, Sebastian Flut or Lionel Torres, to the new stars like Jean-Charles Valladont, they have this concept.
And Lucas got his arrow in, so he got the set 2-0.
As I thought it was.
Yeah.
For us it's easier. We are watching the screen or the camera that is just in front of the target. When I say the spotter with an angle, he's doing a good job, our friend Matteo, but the position we put him is really challenging, and especially indoor. Here we see Jean-Charles trying very much, it's very low to then go up. But you see the ending is really nice. Both part expand.
He's starting in the bottom target. There is always so many different ways to shoot. I always start in the top target indoor.
Me too.
Yeah, like you go lower and lower and lower. He likes to start in the bottom one.
And which of the three of them give you more troubles? Which one is the one that... But there's always one that you feel very confident and one that is the one that's a bit struggling. Which one is yours?
Yeah, sometimes the last one, because like if you shoot two good 10s and you want the 30 now, and then this last one's getting a little bit...
But you think it's because the tension is not about the position?
No, I don't feel much about that, no.
Okay. But some archers comment is that the low one is the one giving more trouble, especially when you go to Vegas, the last stage, when the targets are a bit lower. Following the NFA rules, the bats are really lower. Here the center one is at 130 and centimeter, 1 meter 30 centimeter, when in Vegas is more or less a meter. It's quite low.
Yeah, Vegas is always really low, and for compound, it doesn't change that much. I guess for recurve, because you have to draw a long length, the same length all the time. So
And the
maybe
tension of the bow is harder. So when you change the angle, the muscle feel it. So for you, the last one, the lower one, because you start from up to down, is because the one is that's just clash the two tens. This one is the one that makes the difference. Good. So you have, and Charles came back with a 30, with Daniel Lucas a 29. So it's a 2-2.
Tight scores.
Yep. The type of score we expect having in a final. We have, let's go, our friend Dean is making us a photo. Unfortunately, you cannot see it, but with this time we don't have camera commentator position. When in the outdoor World Cup, we sometimes put a camera and the audience can watch what we are doing. This time it's not the case. We have all the camera installed in the field of play, so the audience, the spectators, can see more what is happening. We have the hall already full. Would be about 400 people, and 300 to 400, let's say. We are not going to count them, so let's not start. But our VIPs are already here, full, and it's a nice atmosphere in this nice tent. The organizer has made a nice setup with the lights, the flags, the video wall, our TV production, and the little details that make this hall look better. Nice start. 10. Of course, Jan-Charles has much more experience in this type of matches. Experience make a big difference here.
Definitely. Yeah, I've seen him a lot of times in the finals indoor, especially.
But there's another archer who like indoor, or at least indoor like him. But then outdoor he does very well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just in the World Cup final he did really good.
And you? What do you like more, indoor or outdoor?
It's like when we come to January, February, I like outdoor a lot and I want to go shoot outdoor, but in like August, September, I want to go indoor.
You regret of outdoors, too much wind, too much rain. Why we don't go indoor again?
Yeah, definitely. With bad weather.
So you like what you don't have.
yeah, that's the thing.
So you're very human. We always like what we cannot have.
Yeah.
You know, if you see the people in north go to holidays in the south, and the people in south go to holidays in the north. So it's like we go holidays when we are not. It's like an exchange. So when you are indoor, you are really thinking, when is outdoor starting? You're outdoor and say, what about going back to indoor? There's no wind, no rain.
Yeah, in Denmark it's really cold, so we shoot indoor for a long time. So it's from like end of October until start of April. So
we enjoy the Denmark summer in the World Championship.
That was crazy.
It was crazy.
Everything was going on there.
I was telling to people and friends that were there and complaining, say, I have been here with sun and warm, so it exists. The summer exists. It just came a bit strange this year.
Yeah, the week after World Championship was actually really
fantastic.
Good.
So it was our fault. We chose the wrong week.
Just the wrong week, yeah.
So going back, Lucas did a very nice 30, 10, 10, 10 when Jan-Charles in the last one, as you say before, the last one is the one that's really clutched the match. Make a 9, give some options. So Lucas is leading 4-2.
I think also a big thing for the recurves is the difference if they gonna shoot big or small arrows for indoor. I think Jan-Charles, he was shooting big arrows last year for indoor.
And this year not.
No.
We have a discussion on internet and Facebook and social media about this. And when I was shooting in my top, I could never do the same score with aluminium that with carbon. The carbon was well tuned, it's faster, so any little mistake was still there. When aluminium, when you shoot good, is really good. When you make a little mistake, it's not forgiven.
Yeah.
So it went to the 9 or the 8 very easy. So as my release was not one of the best, I would never match the score I have in carbon to the one I had with aluminium. And in recurve archers, some of them spend a lot of time trying to make this aluminium arrow go well. Yeah. And at the end, they say it's just the size of the hole, because if you make a 10 and it's a small 10, it's still a 10. In compound, you have no choice. You have to go to the
Yeah,
big one.
else you will not get all the lines.
But interesting, in recurve, the indoor is very intensive. You really we have this mentality that we cannot miss the 10. When in outdoor, you get more like, I have to shoot in the yellow.
Yeah.
When in your compound, guys, it's the same attitude because 50 meter is you have to make all 10. Any 9 you give is an option. And
Yeah.
indoor, you have the same thing. So it's very similar mental game in compound between indoor and outdoor, and in recurve change a little bit. Have you tried recurve?
I have sometimes, yeah. I have my brother's bow at home I can shoot with sometimes, but
Why? Why you try it? For curiosity, or you wanted to?
just to try and see
fun.
how can I shoot with it actually, but
And what did surprise you?
that it hurts my fingers a lot because I don't have any like that hard
Callus,
skin.
yes, the
Yeah.
callus. Good.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. But it's fun to try something different. But it's really different. I think it's.
For us, of course, a mental game, but it's very much in the form and physically. And for you guys, of course, you have to be physically fit, but it's very much emotional, mental.
Yeah.
And you know, when the sight is there, the arrow is hitting where the sight was. For us,
Definitely.
it's more how we expand. The sight could be in a sight, not perfectly a 10, but it could be still a 10 when the execution is good. For you guys, when it's in the 9, it's in the 9. No matter what you do, it's so fast and so accurate, your equipment. Good, so they want to make it excited because Daniel made a 29 and Jean-Charles the same. So we are 5-3, and there's two things can happen here. That Lucas, Daniel get the match, or they tie and we have a shoot-off.
That would be interesting.
We still have not seen a shoot-off here.
Indoor is a lot of shoot-off, I think.
You see a view of our backlights. It's important to have lights in the back, so when we film, we can see the archers with not too strong shadows.
Yeah, and it's also better from the back because the archers cannot see it with these eyes when he's shooting.
Correct. Here we are in the 5th set, trying to see if Lucas Daniel can manage the pressure. He's now leading. Or if Jean-Charles Valladont go back to the game and force a shoot-off. He had a good start, 10.
He just needs to tie it, and then he will win, but just is sometimes a bit difficult to do.
Yeah, right, as we mentioned before, it's easy to say it here. We are quite relaxed,
but
comfortable.
standing in there, it's so difficult.
It is challenging, and that's why you guys impress us so much when you are able to make this kind of score with this tension you have. Nice.
Ooh.
I think it's not touching. I would say it's a 9. That's good news for Lucas Daniel, who has less experience internationally, but is managing much better the match.
Ooh.
9.
Just out also.
That's the problem when you talk about games. It just happened the opposite. Good. That is of course, if they tie this, any kind, Lucas is winning. So, and Charles really have to beat him in this set. Look like yes, yes. He did 29.
Oh.
I don't know, something.
10 to win.
Yes.
Maybe if
And
his arrow is in.
And a 9. A 9 also he can win. He did a 8. My
We
God.
got the shoot off.
We got it. My God, he did a 8. I don't think it's the 8. I think the score is not right. We have 29, I think, and against 27. Let's see what the judges say.
It would be really interesting getting a shoot off.
I think will be a shoot-off. I don't think that this will be a 9 and this will be a 9, so I don't think it will be 28, 28. In any case, if they tie, it will be 6-4, so the match is over. So Jean-Charles really need to get this 29, which is confirmed right now.
Jean-Charles getting a 10,
yes,
so
it's done.
It's shoot off.
Yeah, that's what we thought, and this will be a 8, correct? So we got the shoot off. We wanted it, we got it.
1 arrow closest to the middle.
That's correct. We shoot 1 arrow, and then it's the distance to the center. If for any reason the distance is the same, we shoot a second one. Look, You can take it in two ways. They are so good friends that they talk each other, or there was a little bit of psychology pressure there. We don't know. We will have to ask later.
Now we'll see. Jean-Charles has a lot more experience, so
A
he
lot.
can use that to his advantage now.
A lot more. I don't want to think bad, as he has the same name as I have, Juan Carlos, but in French. I have a lot of sympathy for this guy. He's a great archer, great guy. But it's strange to see two archers that should have talking before. It's touching.
That's a good place, because now it's really interesting.
I think it's touching, but Luca watch the clicker. He take a look on the clicker to see how close it is.
Oh, getting long.
Struggling.
Hey,
No, Jean-Charles got it.
Yeah. Experience one.
You saw it before. You say if Jean-Charles tired, he get the match. This is the part where the experience make a big difference. Yeah, so we have Jean-Charles Valladont. He got the bronze. He got some good points for the ranking, indoor World Cup ranking. And start thinking in the second one, which is Bangkok, or maybe for him, if he's not going to Bangkok, will be Nîmes. And as we know, the finals will be in Las Vegas, last stage on the finals, and I think you all guys are thinking to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
This year in Vegas, we have much more participation. We expect to have 3,000 archers, record again of participation. There will be 4 halls to compete, not 3.
It's so huge.
It's growing so much that the organizers, NFAA, Bruce Cole and his team, start having troubles to get enough rooms in the casino for all what we need. We are the single event, the biggest event in a weekend for the casino. And we are more or less beating all the cowboy equestrian thing they have there.